Welcome to Wellness Maricopa at MCC's Mindful Minutes. When you hear the word mindfulness, what comes to mind? Being more centered, reducing stress? With these podcasts, which you can find on the MCC's wellness webpage at www.mesacc.edu/employees/wellness-employees, you can explore ways to become more mindful and integrate them into your everyday life. Have fun exploring and stay mindful and well. Welcome back, Debbie. How are you?
Very good, Gail. How are you?
I'm doing well, and I'm excited for today. We're here again making some recordings for mindfulness. And what do you have for us today?
Today I thought our focus would be on cultivating presence and awareness. So for many of us, when we think of the idea of meditation, it's in a yoga posture with eyes closed. And so what I'd like to introduce today is that we can cultivate awareness and presence by using our eyes as vehicle. When our eyes are open, we have a deeper sense of what is going on around us. So in this practice, whether you're sitting at your desk, whether you are out in nature, where you're in a room, your bedroom, a living room, at any place this practice can be done. So I will begin the practice as though we were doing a formal meditation, but know that there's also some informalness to this, and you can adjust it to your location and surroundings. So with that, we'll open the sense gate of sound to actually seal the practice, both the opening and the closing. And just begin by noticing how the sound is received in the body, and notice how the mind moves when sound is issued. So begin simply by finding a comfortable posture, whatever that means to you, with enough awareness to know how the body is right now. That posture could be seated or standing, lying down. It's the first place to bring this lens of awareness. We'll start by lowering the gaze. At this point, we don't have to close our eyes completely, just lower them. In lowering the gaze, we bring a sense of inner knowing. We bring a sense of perhaps ease, of softening. Feel the connection of the body to the ground. Is it simply the feet that are touching? Or is the whole back body in contact with the earth? Awareness of what points of the body are in contact. And then move that lowered gaze to a fully closed eye posture. We'll only be like this for a moment. And notice how closing the eyes changes the experience. Sense inwardly the posture of the body now. Is there a different sense of knowing with eyes completely closed? And then, as if you could shift and move like a game piece on a board, shift attention and become aware of the breath. Breathing has been happening all the while, but perhaps we just haven't noticed it. So now we bring awareness to this process of breathing. The inhale, the exhale. And then open awareness a bit broader and become aware of the soundscape. Ambient noises in the room, the chatter of birds, the rustle of leaves, conversation in the other room. And let all that simply be a phenomenon of experience. Nothing more, nothing less. And in a moment, the invitation will be to open your eyes, but rather than popping the eyes open in a swift movement, open your eyes ever so slowly, ever so gently, softly, until they're only opened halfway and the gaze is downward, maybe 4 or 5 feet in front of you. Invite the eyes to relax and soften. And cultivate a sense of receiving through the eyes, a sense of being with seeing as it's happening rather than doing the seeing. Notice if the lens is wide angle, if there's a possibility of seeing peripherally. Without moving the eyes, simply notice. Right, center, left. Just receiving. Receiving through the eyes. Let it come to the eyes, whatever is there, rather than chasing after. And at the same time, try not to lose touch with the body as it's sitting or lying or standing. Part of awareness is on the breath, on the sounds. We're just adding the experience of seeing, becoming aware of seeing color and light. Our awareness has been expanded. Seeing is happening. The invitation now is to shift your gaze from a lowered posture to looking straight ahead, ever so slowly, ever so gently. Lift the lids so that you now experience a different view. Notice how this very slight shift changes your experience. Notice the energetic quality. Perhaps lifting the eyes has created more energy. Notice if there's grasping towards or simply allowing the eyes to receive. Once again, shift the gaze, this time migrating the gaze upward, towards the sky, towards the ceiling, towards a canopy of trees, the stars. Just allowing seeing to happen, receiving through the eyes, and noticing how the energy within you shifts. Bringing our full presence to the experience. Now let the gaze just rest wherever it's most comfortable. Notice what's most comfortable. Be present for that experience. Most often, just above the horizon, looking straight ahead with a slight downward, slight lowering. Lowering the gaze relaxes the eyes. Lowering the gaze, relaxing the eyes, relaxes the nervous system. And close the eyes completely once again. And reconnect, become present to your breath. Sense how the body is now. Reconnect with where your body is touching the earth. And then in your own time, ever so slowly, ever so gently, allow the eyes to flutter open with that soft, relaxed gaze. Seeing and becoming aware of seeing. Noticing how the visual field affects you, how the color and the light and the forms touch you. Notice how seeing can support staying connected and tethered to the present moment. And as this practice draws to a close, noticing the impact, the influence this practice has had upon the body, upon the mind.